Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Got back from a trip to my dad's place, helping him do a little work out there. We got his wood splitter fixed. He's put in so much time and effort into getting this wood splitter fixed. It's been a marvel to behold. You know, he's keeping the legacy of that machine going, and I appreciate his wherewithal. Put all this work in, and we kind of deconstructed the whole thing, and we kind of got to know the inner workings of it between the YouTube videos and actually just working on the thing, that we ended up putting the whole thing back together without the new part that he had just bought and tinkered with it here and there, and it actually worked. It was a good visit, but I've been in like this weird funk lately. The job that I was in kind of just the monotony and how much time I spent on it kind of beat my zest for life out of me in a weird way. And I guess this video, what I want to talk about is like, how do you get that back? The want to do things. You know, how do you self-motivate? How do you, other than immediate results, how do you keep yourself not going? I don't want to be that introspective and dark, but it does occur to me, you know, that maybe this is what midlife is like. It kind of feels like, you know, where I haven't totally identified all my goals yet, but I do see that the clock is ticking and I should be putting my all into something. I'm not happy to say I was just in a funk for this visit. I was over there for 5 days and I was just in a funk, you know, and I just wasn't enjoying myself like I usually do over there. And it's it's sad because it's a great place, and it's a place where you can find solace and you can just have time to think and all that. So I should have used that time more effectively. But yeah, how do you get that zest for life back? That's going to be a thing that I want to explore in the coming weeks. You watch too many of these YouTube videos and you start thinking, God damn, the world's kind of coming to an end. But it's not. It's not coming to an end. My happiness is not the objective anymore. I think I've had a lot of happiness in my life, and I think happiness doesn't necessarily substantiate your life when you hit hard times. I'm not saying I'm in hard times right now. I'm basically living the same lifestyle as I always have been, but I'm just not going to a 9 to 5. I don't think that happiness is something that can sustain someone long term. You have to find some semblance of meaning, some kind of meaning behind it all. So if you're going to put a lot of effort into something, it should be for a good cause. Now, a lot of people's cause, they have kids. That is their why. That's why they get out of bed in the morning. That's why they bust their ass. I get that. I don't have kids, but my sister does. Love my nieces to death. Maybe that right there would be a big enough why. Just get ready to set them up for something. You know, wow, time just goes so fast. It goes so fast, and then I don't want to be in a position where I feel like I have to keep grasping to get the time back. It's going quickly, but I want to use it effectively. So how do you use it then? I think that's the key to getting that zest for life back, is feeling satisfied, feeling like there's purpose. I don't think happiness is it doesn't substantiate everything. It's probably important to a certain regard, but I think satisfaction, a feeling of purpose, and contentment and happiness, probably not the same thing. Not in my book. I've always been able to do that by learning new things, by hopping from job to job, and, you know, pushing myself in certain regards. But maybe these are the years I should be pushing myself the hardest. So, you know, when I'm old, I will have something to look back on if I do make it that far. We've had a few tragedies in the family this year, and just thinking more and more about time and how time is passing. And I don't want to be put in a position where I feel like I didn't do everything I could with the time I had. We've echoed that sentiment a number of times on this channel, and I get that. Now it's gone from a theoretical to now I'm thinking about that idea very, very practically, in very practical terms now. How do I use the time effectively? It's hard to pinpoint. I don't think I'm depressed. I still can motivate myself to do a lot of things. Now I just need those things to be pinpointed. I need to create goals. I need to flow charts and shit like that, mental flow charts. I need to get my health in order. That's all there is to it. Like, that's the one. I failed miserably at that this summer. So yeah, Zest for Life, I think I need to give myself some more purpose. Have you all ever been in a funk like this, where it's just like, you need to be doing something, but you can't bring yourself to do it, or you can't choose what you want to do? I feel like that's how it was this whole summer. I feel like I gave myself all the time I needed to do whatever I wanted, and I got some things done. I got that website done, and I got my new business established. And now it's a situation where, okay, how do I take this to the limit and do it right, but also maintain what meager lifestyle I have? It's almost like I need a mentor. Isn't that weird to say at 37 years old? I need a mentor. Anyway, I'd love to hear your thoughts down below about all this. What are the funks that you've gone through? What are the situations where, you felt like you could do anything, but you can't bring yourself to do one or two things, or to push them as hard as you could? Because shit, I could be out there pounding the pavement now. I know I could. I should. I just am having a hard time getting the gumption and the wherewithal just to do it and see it through. Love to hear your thoughts down below. Thanks again for tuning into Millennial Diligence. My name's Tom. We will see you in the next one. Thanks so much. Bruh. This shit, this is just the bomb. If you don't mind the microplastics, the body armor, alkaline water, it'll cure what ails you, I'm telling you. Maybe I'll play that Metal Gear game. I'll check that out. That Metal Gear 3 remake, that could be baller.